Even when we're going in with the prayer, I'm landing here so I can stay with you. Right there. That movement right there, what you ended up doing is I'm standing over you, you went low, and you're here. So now, I'm here. Now I can, in that moment, because we're so close, that's aspects of your martial arts understanding. How much can you do in that moment with that movement? Like I said, there are people who are hasting. Yeah, that's what it is. But you have to also remember the same idea, the context. So the next two ball is not created. But if you're slow with it or you're not moving fast enough, because you've been caught in those points where the person throws a kick, you go low into a negativo, and they're right over you. You don't have the space or the speed to get away. And like, let's say in this situation, you're here, so you only have the wall or trying to go outside the corner. So in that situation, it's much better to be here and hold. While you're here, hold and get back out. But if you go down here and you don't really have the response or the speed to get recover and get out of it, for anybody who knows you, now you get trapped. Like I said, that's the counter. Years ago, so one dude on social media, he calls himself, he calls his school like a tap band, and it's kind of a similar thing. He went to one of the Angola photos up in northern Cali with one of the meshes, and he was trying to show him like his idea and concept. And he did kind of what you did, where he was like, oh, and he did his negative was so close, and I started looking at him like head. And I was like, oh, but with his type of mentality, he's kind of one of those. I don't know if he actually like related to any Brazilian. It's like, oh yeah, my uncle such and such is a mestre in capoeira, and like I teach real capoeira. I went in on this dude on multiple occasions. Just because it'd be like, oh, it's African martial arts. It's like it's Afro-Brazilian martial arts. No, it's an African. I'm like, Afro-Brazilian. African brought it to Brazil through slavery, but it cultivated into what we call capoeira today through Brazilian experience with Africans. Ergo, Afro-Brazilian. Yeah. So it's one of, well, it depends for Brazilians because they are in the Americas, but they see themselves more as Brazilians. But what about yeah, but you know, but the thing that he fell into is kind of similar. But for you, you're still open-minded and fluid. For him, he's very locked in his perception on how to do movement, and so especially there were years to show up to a couple of events. He'd get himself stuck. He'd be playing it's like Mestre Muy Tempo or Mestre Versátil, and he would move in certain ways where there wasn't context, and because he didn't really train with a huge variety of people, and he kind of was doing his own perception, the context was lost. So even within the negativo, when I this case, because now I want to do it, take a second. But let's say you want to move in close. Oh, I can respond. Now, I'm in the negativo here, and I tried that. Step in. I can't do anything. See, here, if you Even if I need, I'm only gonna be able to move. But I'm here. You have all the options in the world. So understanding the context of the space here is important. But there's also that other aspect of capoeira. We know people that are fucking insane, and they can have that space, and they can respond with me here, like, oh, he's on the ground. What the hell? Like, he gets back up just as likely as that. That context of the game is, yeah, like for me, I have limitations on my perspective of making feel how I move because of my mobility. Yours may change over time as you grow as a capoeirista. Other capoeiristas be like, oh, I can be stuck, I can do it from there. But they have their own experience and their own mechanics. So, I mean, in terms of the context, the general context of knowing your speed and where you're at and your capabilities, I'm like, oh, let yourself have that space. Other people, like even for like Reed, I think if you were that close, he can manage something. He can put something together if you were that close. You know, it'd be like for context for him, he can adjust it because he has a lot of experience. Jared too, they see a little more, and that's part of just your experience. Even though it's context here, my context is for you as a teacher is like more safety. Like, hey, like you're not able to move that fast yet. Don't put yourself in that position. But later, as you grow as a capoeirista and you're more your own person, you'll be like, you know what to do. You know, but that's
you know if it works or not.
Yeah, but that's also the beauty of playing this game, as opposed to being potentially in other styles where if you did something experimental in a sparring session, somebody might do something aggressive, or do something that might get you injured. And like you said, that's not all sparring. There are a lot of schools of martial arts where the sparring is like a very playful, very game. But other people might take advantage. Even in capoeira, there are people who might take advantage. It's good to understand that context, that you recognize those situations, that you're not constantly making sure or even more, you're like, oh, well, I'm here, boom, I'll be able to get myself back up. Weighing all the options. And be safe. The humbleness of training in capoeira is also recognized when you're like, ah, shit, I'm hot. Oh, okay, so we can try one that Honore showed us on Monday. So in this one, we were we did a game where it's no Jenga, but basically one move. So let's say we start. So you're here, I get the first move. So you're there. I come here. No, you stay still. You'll move until after I make my movement. So I'm here. I'm stuck here. You change up. How would you move? You do what you feel is right to put me in a vulnerable position. Once you feel that movement, then I switch when you know where you're. I mean, keep going.
Okay. And then I'm going to go away.
Stay.
One move at a time.
Yeah, one movement at a time. But you want to stay closer. Here. But you want to put me in a...
this back.
So think of it this way. You want to... And where I move, you want to take advantage and put me in a vulnerable. So it's kind of like we're more offensive. Okay. So you'll throw a movement, I'll stop. When you're throwing your movement, you feel you're in a good position, you stop, then I move, I respond. Are you gonna hit me? You're too far. No. Do it closer to where I have to, it'd be like I have to see my response. Okay. So same thing, use your man ruler. But aim it at me. There, stop. I respond. How would you move?
Okay, what? think I would do is the handstand, but I know I can't. So I'll hop away,
Yep, keep your moving. Come back in and have a counter.
and then back with another man lower.
So you're there?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go for this thing. So I hold it. Hold on. I was saying I hold it where I don't throw it.
Yeah. No, I'll move. How would you respond?
Turn around.
And you gave me.
Yeah, it's hard to think like this. It's a good exercise.
Yeah. Right now you're thinking defensive.
Yeah.
So instead of staying in and looking for how can I counter back, you're trying to get away.
Yeah. All right.
So the idea is you can move and reposition yourself. You know, it's not too over the top like 100 moves, but you can move to reposition yourself. Put me in a defensive move, so I have to figure out a way to respond. And we keep kind of doing it like a chess game. It's still the game of capoeira. We've eliminated a little bit of like the extreme excitement, but it's much in the strategy. How am I gonna make you move into something awkward without having to do all the big moves?
So it's like 2 movements.
Almost.
A dodge and a setup.
A little bit, yeah. Try again?
Yeah.
Sure?
When I start to think about holding in the air and just hold it still.
You don't have to back in there, but you might want to go low. So you're, do that same thing. So your card, and like you're in it for me, you're in it. So,
Okay.
now where you
Okay. Wait for that one.
Yeah. What? Your turn. It's a hard one. It's a little hard.
I feel like I'm limiting like a movement.
Because those you only see what you have kind of in that moment.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, you're speeding yourself up, even though we're moving slow. But that's the one thing you'll have to do. That you're kind of, in terms of the game, we're having that dialogue, that conversation with our body. And all you're doing is just say, okay, weighing the options, being experimental. So how would I get out of that Manalua, or that Manalua Combat? How would I get out of it? And what would be my response?
I know what I should be doing. I just know I don't make the right decisions in those things. That feels like a parable for life.
Yeah, no, that's life. That's definitely life. There are more examples as a capo said, he said, damn, I should have gone left, but you went right. You know, and all this game does is slow down the process. Slow down so that your brain can go, okay, why am I moving here? I moved here, he's responding, so how should I move now? Okay, I'm going to move here. Okay, now how he responds, okay, that's responses and two doesn't, I'm going to shift here. If I can keep him on his show. Because that's really the idea of game, isn't to have to be fast, but to be very thoughtful in how you're positioning yourself. So the more thoughtful you are in how you're positioning yourself, the better your response will be, the more options you can have in your response. If you saw me, like, I'm shifting, like, you're cutting this, I'm like, oh, okay, boom. Like, it's shifting around. These are all parts of the game that you can add in. It's just a pain in the butt and tiring. It's like, what is that game? Twister. It's Capo Twister. Like, now we got the name of the game.
Capo Twister.
Except by the time you're done, you'll be like, man, I wish I had that left foot, that little spinner. All right. Woo. You're first. Standing position. Well, you don't have to pull away. Let's say I'm here. Oh, okay. Go back up there. Let my foot pull your foot down and back towards you. All right. Now, what's your response? How are you gonna make it? That's also within the idea of it. It's also judging what's functional for you too.
Like my default thing is just punch and run.
Yeah, like
and it doesn't work.
like you're thinking really for you think really big. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because being really big comes a little more risk. So if you feel you can't hold that Montello as well, it shows, okay, you don't have that full control. Maybe that's not the movement to go with. Shrink yourself down, keep it efficient. All right. Allow yourself to be, not to think the big show like the horror, but to think, okay, what's going to be the most efficient for you? So in terms of this game, it's more efficient to be slow. That other one, that's actually a good thing. All right, man, slip out in without going. In terms of it, it's almost more focused on being an level as opposed to Haitian Owl. Because Haitian Owl were a little bit bigger. But Angola was small. So yeah. So we're smaller, and so instead of having these big moves where we're up here, you're low. Stay low. Keeping your movements close.